Hello, everybody. I am back. And I have another guest for you guys that I'm super excited about. She is actually a health coach, and I was very excited to get her on board because I have seen her work multiple times at different events, making smoothies and things like that, which was actually really delicious because we would talk about it later on. She got stuck in my head. So once I started making these videos, I actually wanted to get her on board and talk to us and give us some of those recipes if we can get her out of her. So basically, her name is Afrina Khan. She is a certified holistic health coach. She actually helps women with one-on-one and group coaching sessions with managing weight, increasing energy, losing weight to get to their healthy lifestyle that they've been looking for. And She actually does a really good job because, like I said, I have tried some of the stuff that she's made at the events, and people were raving about it afterwards as well. And it's something delicious, so you want to keep eating and drinking, so it's easier to stay on target, right? So that's why I wanted to get her on. So let me get her on with us so we can start talking to her and ask her questions, pick her brains, and benefit as much as we possibly can from her. Hi, Afrina. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am doing good. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us and give us some more information. I have so many burning questions for you. I'm sure so does the audience that they want the answers to. So I was very excited to get you on board so we can pick your brain.
Yeah, thank you for having me and also for all the sweet words that you said about me. I love it. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, no, absolutely. Like I said, I have tasted some of your recipes, so I'm already a big fan.
Awesome.
Afrina, I'm gonna just jump into it. I want to know because you work with your clients one on one and in group settings and stuff. What are some of the biggest two challenges that you have seen when it comes down to managing weight or healthy eating and things like that? What is it? One of the biggest challenges that you have seen so far?
I think a lot of people already have the knowledge, right? Like what is healthy, what is not, right? But it's just how to put it into action. So for a lot of people, it's all about convenience. Like they don't know how to make a healthy diet, healthy lifestyle convenient for them. So what I end up having to work on with my clients is just working on, helping them create some kind of plan, pre-planning, having a menu plan for the week, doing some meal preparation, just to try to make this lifestyle convenient for them and easy for them to follow. And I also think it's just clearing the confusion for people because there's just so much information out there now, and and I think a lot of it is just, yeah, educating them on what is good nutrition and then how to practically uh, in, include that in their diet, but also how to make it delicious. I think that's another
Yes.
problem for people. It's like they don't.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
think you hit the 2 points, like,
Yeah.
those are the 2 major points, like, even when I started dieting was my problem also. Number 1 is how to make it simple, because there's a million things you can do, and you're like, which one? And every one of them claims to be the best, so you're like, "Where do I start?" And then number 2, to make it delicious, because then
Yeah.
you can maybe do it for a couple of days, but then not long term.
Exactly. It's
So
not.
you're definitely on point when you say that.
Yeah.
When I have seen you talk at other places about how you can heal your body with food. Can you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, food has such powerful compounds in them, which we're going to be talking about today. And they really are like, if you include more of these foods in your diet and get rid of the bad stuff, add in the good stuff, get rid of the bad stuff, right? You're creating this environment in your body that's gonna protect you from diseases, promote, like just promote health, a higher quality of life, which will translate into a higher quality of life, right? So I don't know if you want me to go directly into it because there's phytochemicals that I
Okay.
wanted to talk about, which are these really really powerful healing compounds in food.
Yes, go for it. Explain
Yeah,
that concept to us so we can get into exactly what it is when you're talking about how food can heal us and how it benefits our genes and stuff. So if you can get into
yeah,
phytochemicals and how that's helping us, so we can learn more and more.
Yeah. So, all these buzzwords you hear in the health world all the time. It's like, oh, this food has antioxidants. This food is anti-inflammatory, and what these are these are called phytochemicals or phytonutrients. These are these special plant compounds that are found in all plant-based foods. And what they basically do is that they go into your body, they nourish your body, they heal your body, they protect you from diseases, they fight diseases, they prevent diseases. And there's a lot of different mechanisms in the way they work, but they're more. What I want to say is, food is more than just calories. I think we've all like always thought about food as like it's just it's just a source of energy, and we don't really look beyond that, right? So with food, like these phytochemicals, they're not um they're not calories, they're not fats, protein, carbs, vitamins, minerals. They're these additional compounds that are found in plant foods. Like I'm sure you've heard of them like thrown out there. Like there's carotenoids and like flavonoids and quercetin and like all these like weird names.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Fancy names.
fancy
That
names.
scares
Right.
us.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
And when you're talking about this concept of putting food in your body that's gonna heal you, I had earlier talked about how food can affect you negatively, right? So then it's same is true for when you're putting in
Yeah,
wrong thing in your body to have the negative effect as well.
yeah,
So instead of putting the wrong food in your body, you put the right food so you can get the healing and you can get the all the benefits that food have to offer us. Um,
exactly. Yeah.
um, Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, food. Actually, there's this new like emerging science called Nutrigenomics, which is studying how food actually is information for our genes. Like, it actually talks to our genes. It The right food turns on the right genes. So like for example, like broccoli, right? It has these phytochemicals in it that when you eat it, it actually turns on genes that help you detoxify, that help your liver work better. So, and then when you consume foods that are not good for you, they turn on genes that promote disease. So that's why it's so important. Like food is just so much more than calories, right? Like if you get like a I always give this example to my clients because a lot of them are very focused on like weight loss and they're coming with this like diet, mentality. And so I just tell them like if you took a tablespoon of like crushed almonds or like almond flour or something and you took a tablespoon of sugar, the almonds would have more calories, right? Because they're higher in fat and whatever, but the sugar is what promotes disease because it has empty calories, no nutrition for you, right? But whereas almonds are like heart healthy, they help you manage diabetes. They help you. They're great for your brain health, your skin health. So there's just so much more than just calories. I just want to put that out there.
Wow. Wow. Honestly, I never looked at it this way. This
Yeah,
is such a great way of looking at it. It's not just looking at calories because
yeah,
in one of my talks, I told people to get rid of their weighing machine.
yeah,
You try to live healthy. You don't want to just keep weighing yourself either, right? You want to, because like you're talking about lifestyle change, right? We're not talking about 1 week diet, 2 week diet. Yeah, I get it. You do a couple of days of detox or something. But
mhm,
overall, what we're talking about is a lifestyle change.
yes,
That is what we're talking to you guys about. That's what we're trying to promote because this is something that you want to do. You're talking about healing your body from inside, right?
yes,
These are the changes that you need to make. That's going
exactly.
to have a long lasting effect. It's not just about how much do you weigh or how many calories did you take today.
Yeah,
You need to look at the nutrients and how is that helping.
yeah,
Another concept I wanted to ask you about are the antioxidants. We
yeah,
hear about this word all
yeah.
the time. Can you like elaborate on that for us, please?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So antioxidants are these substances that like uh slow damage to our cells, our muscles, our tissues, our organs, like which happens over time, right? These are things that age us, right? As we age, these things happen. So antioxidants, they actually help us age better. And what that means is that or let me backtrack a little bit. So antioxidants, right? They help. They fight something called free radical damage. Now, free radicals are these unstable molecules that form in our body. They're just like a natural byproduct of normal functioning of our body. Like they're waste products, right? So they're produced when we're like breathing, when we're metabolizing our food, especially when we get exposed to like toxins, pollution, injuries, whatever it is. Like as a byproduct, when your body is dealing with all these things, free radicals get produced, right? So what we need, if the level of free radicals goes too high, then it creates this disease state in your body called oxidative stress. So, what helps counterbalance those free radicals are antioxidants. And this is why we need, if we have a high level of antioxidants in our body, we are going to be fighting all that damage from free radicals. And this is how essentially you protect
Which
yourself.
is basically inevitable, right? Like this is something
Yeah.
that's going to happen regardless, right?
Yes.
Like this is, you can't stop this. It's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
process that you can stop. So what is it that we can do to help,
Yeah. This
control
is
it a little
where
bit, right?
Yeah, this is where antioxidants come in. You want to just include more and more antioxidants in your diet to help fight this free radical damage. And the thing is, in our like culture today, we there's a lot of things that are causing free radical damage. So especially
Including stress.
yes, yeah, and that actually segues into inflammation, which I want to talk about as well. But antioxidants, there's just so much research now linking um, this state of like too much free radicals, right, which is called oxidative stress. It just primes the way for disease. It's being linked with every disease you can think of, like heart disease, dementia, cancer, autoimmune diseases, right? So basically, you want to include antioxidants to protect yourself. And the other big buzzword was the anti-inflammatory, right? So inflammation, right? Inflammation is again a natural process in our body. It's like our body's defense mechanism when we get injured, when we have any illness, when we're dealing with bacteria, viruses, toxins, whatever, right? This is how your body protects itself using inflammation. So like if you get a cut or a wound, right? You feel like pain, heat, there's redness, right? Um, that's literally inflammation. That's acute inflammation. That's like it's very short term, right? It comes, it takes care of the wound, it heals it, and then it turns off. But unfortunately now a lot of people are living with chronic inflammation, which is this like hidden inflammation that happens deep inside our body. And
Right.
there's so much research connecting that as like the root cause of disease, because a lot of times we go to our doctors, right, and we're like we get diagnosed with a disease, but they really don't have any answers to why you got this disease, right? Like um, so I'm really big into learning about functional medicine, and Dr. Mark Hyman is one of my teachers. He was a teacher at my school, also Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and he talks about the root causes of disease, and inflammation is one of the big ones.
Yeah,
Um,
and it makes sense because you don't want to take a problem and put a band-aid on it, right? Like
yeah,
that's temporary. Like you want to, when you're taking care of a problem, you want to go to the root cause and try to take care of it from there on. And if you can figure it out for yourself, then obviously you can help other people in process, right? Because I'm big on like doing everything as a family or with like friends and things like that. And once you're on that route and you're
yeah,
making the lifestyle change for yourself, and if you start instilling it in your kids when they're younger and you can educate them, can you imagine how much we can save overall? Like, like we're learning, I'm in my 40s. It is what it is, right? Can't
yeah,
turn back time.
yeah.
But I'm learning about it at this point versus if my kid gets it when they're teenagers, right? And they have the information. I'm not telling them you have to make them do whatever. But if they have the knowledge and the information, at least they can use it properly. But where does it start with you?
Yeah. Mhm.
Right, it always starts with you. You start, you do what needs to be done, and then you take it a step further.
Yes,
um
100%.
so you're absolutely right. This is something that we need to look into, and learn more about. If you can, what I'm really excited about are really your recipes and some of your ideas. The whole interview was all about that.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe today if you can share some of your sources about maybe for antioxidants, anti-inflammatory foods, and phytonutrients and things like that. If you can give us some of that information, and then if I can get you back on next time, and then we can actually get into maybe some meal prep. Maybe you can share a recipe or two with us
Yeah.
for cakes, because those are actually honestly like my favorite things because it's like
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
blended and like out for especially for busy moms.
Yeah. 'Cause that's what's gonna help people.
You don't have to be a mom to be busy, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe you can share some of that information with us, and then I can get you back on to share some more knowledge on how to actually put that into your lifestyle and make the changes that you need to make.
Mhm. So in terms of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory foods, that's why we want to, fight that chronic inflammation um, that, you know, contributes to disease. So a big one that's coming to my mind right now, a big source of antioxidants is actually dark chocolate. So yeah, but it has to be like 70% or more.
Then I'm gonna have to pass. I'm sorry. That's where you lost me. I was okay with dark chocolate. 70% of more. I don't know.
You know, it's interesting though because like your taste buds will adjust over time, and after a certain point, when you get used to more natural, foods and getting off like a lot of the processed foods, you'll come to appreciate it a lot more.
No, actually, you're 100% right because when I talk about listening to your body, it's
Yeah,
the same thing. Your body will give you signs for the things that it needs, right? So when I was younger, I did not enjoy vegetables. You know, I mean, I ate them because my
yeah,
mom would whatever's on your plate. So I did because I used to listen to my mom. Not the same for my kids anymore. But as I'm getting older, I'm appreciating them. I crave certain vegetables. Like I will crave them because, like if I'm listening to my body, I will know these are the things I want. It's the same thing. Like, oh my God, when I was younger, I used to drink coffee like with so much sugar. You would think I was only having sugar water. Like
yeah,
it was that bad
yeah,
to now when I can have my, my lattes and cappuccinos without sugar,
yeah,
given I also, good quality coffee, but at the same time, I can completely cut out the sugar because, you can work your way towards that. So that's, what, for chocolate lovers,
yeah.
that's a
No,
good news.
exactly. um, like I will literally make, healthy muffins and whatever, pancakes and things like that. And if I just throw a little bit of chocolate chips in there, my kids are like ready to eat it. They don't care what else is in there. There could be pumpkin in there. There could be like, whatever, shredded carrots in there or something like that, and they'll eat it because they love that chocolate. Um, and then another big source is just uh, there's plant pigments. A lot of phytochemicals are found in these like the really colorful fruits and vegetables, right? So deeply dark pigmented fruits and vegetables, like especially like the darker the color, the more vibrant the color. There's actually a higher concentration of phytochemicals. So like purple grapes versus green grapes. Purple grapes actually have a lot more of those phytonutrients. That doesn't mean obviously we always choose purple, but it's just like add the
I will. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Oh, what? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Really? Wow.
So blueberries, blackberries,
Yeah,
plums,
blueberries. Yeah. Yeah.
eggplants, cranberries, these very um like deeply colored hues. And then there's also of course the cruciferous vegetables, which are like your broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, spinach, right? These actually have this master antioxidant called glutathione, which is like the biggest detoxifier in our body. And I think just I want to mention about detoxifying. It's so important in our times because we're living with so many environmental toxins. Like our toxic loads are just way too much. Like obviously our body naturally detoxifies, but if we can add in things to support detoxification and enhance it in our bodies, that's like we're going to be doing wonders for our health. So so that you have those, and then you have like the spices like turmeric, ginger, garlic, onions. They're filled with antioxidants. Herbs, a lot of herbs. Green tea, right? You've heard of like, oh, green tea is so like, I don't know, cancer fighting, stuff like that, because it has these phytochemicals in it, and I think in green tea it's catechins. They're called catechins, um, and so you want to include those. Oh, for anti-inflammatory benefits, anything rich in omega-3 fatty acids, they fight and help fight inflammation. So there's things like, salmon, right? Fish, right? Salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds. You want to try to include those things more. Um,
See, all of the things you're mentioning are so doable.
yeah,
They're extremely doable. It's just that, we're not thinking about it. So if you're
yeah,
not thinking about it, you're not making it a priority, right? So when you're making
exactly.
the
Yeah,
grocery list, it's not on top of your list. But
yeah,
maybe what we can do is, from now onwards, when we are doing our meal preps, these things that you listed, and I will actually maybe get a list from you of certain items, and I'll put it in the link as well, and with the bio, so people can like actually read through it and get some more information. Is make those priorities on our when
yeah.
we're
Just be
out
intentional.
grocery.
Mhm.
And if you have them at home, and you can look up recipes and accordingly as well, because you
Exactly.
know that you need to add this into your diet, and then you will. Like,
Mhm.
I was hosting a dinner for one of my friends for her birthday. I was just me and her. And
Yes.
I made steak for her, and I know she's on a diet. So I didn't want to make mashed potatoes, but I was like, but like I had to do something. So
Okay.
then you go for something else. You look up recipes for something that's healthy, that's
Right.
not potatoes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
cauliflower for the win. And it
yes.
actually
Oh my God. Such an yeah. I feel like how are people surviving without this like versatile vegetable before? Like how are they getting their vegetable servings in? Because it's so funny, even
we are
with
not. That's what it is. We are
yeah,
actually not getting it in.
yeah. Like even for me, if my mom made like some kind of desi like dish, right, like a curry or something, and then there's like white rice, a lot of times I'll like just supplement that with cauliflower rice. Like the pre-shredded cauliflower. I'll mix it into some white rice and then put the curry on top, and you get your veggie serving in. And
I do the same thing. I love it.
yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
You
Yeah,
need to just make your mind think what it wants, give it a little bit of it, but
yeah,
you can't use either.
yeah. That's so true. That's the trick.
But that's awesome. You gave us some really good pointers today. I'm really glad you were able to take the time out to talk to us. And I will get more of that information from you. So when, with the video, all of that information can come out.
Yeah,
And I would like for you to come back, and then we can maybe do on our next video some meal preps, maybe even a shake or two, because like I said, I want those recipes.
yeah, yeah. Of course. Yes, inshallah.
And then maybe we can brainstorm into some of the recipes that people really want, but not able to replicate it at home,
Yeah,
that might be good for the kids. Like, I understand as adults we like making certain changes and we'll make it, but how do I get my kids to make
yeah,
those changes also? So I know, as a mom, you have some really good recipes, because your kids, when you're making food, obviously your kids are eating it too. So
yeah.
we would love to pick your brain on that as well. So thank you so much, Afrina, for taking the
You're
time out today
welcome.
to talk to us. We
Yeah,
really appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
same here. Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, this was amazing. It was such a nice chat.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Take care. Assalamualaikum.